We are live. This is the market update. Happy Monday. I am your host, Bill Noble. Let's talk about selling. Not. It's amazing. I saw a tweet from a reputable crypto company saying, yeah, let's talk about selling. And I'm like, you know what? My father had a motto. When everyone calls and says, when do I sell? Buy. Conversely, when people call up and say, when do I buy? Sell. People, as they were post FTX, are obsessed with negativity. They're obsessed. But we're not going to do that today. We're going to tell you all the reasons why the market's going up, and we're going to tell you all the reasons why it's going to keep going up. So let's start with a simple one after we welcome who's here. Alexandra from Switzerland, what's going on? Ben from Australia, most likely up late at night. Welcome, sir. Tyler, DH, Thomas, Cepedas, Warmon in original, MJ Hits, Old Smoky, Mitchell, what's up? Okay, so we're going to go off today. Now, let's talk about tariffs. What do I say about tariffs? When the tariff talk tops, Bitcoin doubles, and in this case, everything goes with it. It's as simple as that. Now, to add to the comedy over the weekend, so they come out and they say, well, we may get this done. As if this is a reason to buy crypto. It's not. There are all kinds of reasons to buy crypto. But with that thing supposedly out of the way, everyone gets excited on Saturday. And then what did they do? What did they do, class? They all sold on Sunday, saying, oh, no, there isn't going to be a tariff deal, blah, 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 blah. We better take profits. Hey, folks, the Chinese had to do a deal because if they didn't, the Hong Kong dollar would get nuked. And that can't happen. And the Orange Man needed a deal because they screwed up the optics or the messaging on all this and have everybody twisted around in the stock market something epic. So, of course, they did a deal. And of course, after everyone sold crypto, altcoins are 5% higher, and you're headed for a giant green candle across the board, and anything that hasn't gone up 20% is waiting to go up 20%. Then there's the antivirus event, which is happening. And after reading some things over the weekend, my conviction on that went up as if it could go any higher. The whole decentralized AI sector, it's like Fetch, artificial superintelligence token, that's going to $10. That's it. And that's the market update in the elevator, right? Good morning from Boston. Zav, PDA is here. Okay, news. Let's go. Note to the Feds, says the opinion group at Bloomberg. I don't know if you notice or not, but everything is an opinion at Bloomberg, just so you know. Even the news. All right. Note to the Feds, don't destroy this big company. Okay. Well, let's not destroy anything. All right. People work there. But dismantling a great American company isn't a good idea. Now, let me ask you something. What is great or American about Web 2? They own all of the digital real estate on the planet, pretty much, right? Search, email, social media. You want to buy a hammer? You can go to Home Depot or you can visit Jeff Bezos' consumption land. They own it all. This is the reason to buy crypto, because someone's trying to tell me how great they are. They don't care about you at all. What do they care about? Oh, well, that's a good question. That's probably a naughty live stream topic, and I can't talk about that. But I think the world is waking up, right? Like the tech part of crypto is like, you know what? We're doing this. They almost broke everything with this tariff thing. So that takes care of the real world assets. And when you see what I got here on AI, we're doing this. We, as in the human race, we're doing it. Because the venture capitalists wrote all this code, built all this stuff. Then they dumped it on the public, but it's still sitting there. It's still sitting like Avalanche, Near, all this stuff is there waiting. For what? For Skynet. We'll go over that. Trust me. Trust me. Like, you'll see this, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so bullish on crypto. I can't get any more bullish on crypto. Markets real on U.S.-China trade. They didn't know what way was up. 17 hours ago, we're reeling. It's a recession. It's down. Jim Cramer's off Twitter for 5 days. Can't believe how screwed up they are in legacy. Okay, so the New York Post said it was a done deal, and no one believed them. Of course it's a done deal, right? We have to get off the subject. They have to make sure the Hong Kong dollar doesn't blow up, and so do we. That would be bad. Okay, so we're going to lower tariffs for 90 days. Thank you. Excellent. And again, on real world assets and DeFi, Japan poking the samurai, threatened to dump their treasuries and crash the banking system. You know, the Bank of Japan doesn't have anything to lose. And you know what? They're going to do a deal with these guys too, because they can't have that. Japanese, don't back them into a corner. They got problems that you can't possibly understand. Seriously. You want to talk about a group of people that's got to buy crypto for national security reasons? We need every crypto bro out of their basement trying to find somebody that they can have a conversation with, go out to dinner, and maybe, just maybe, if they can put their phone down for 5 seconds, might actually do something romantic. This is important for national security. You think it's important for national security here? In Japan, it's an emergency. So they're like, please don't blow up our economy. And we're like, fine, let's moon crypto instead. Because if we mooned crypto, that's the only way to save Japan. How do you like them apples, right? We got a lot of today. A lot, right? Okay, so continuing in legacy, and no doubt this is true in crypto, the rally funds have never been more bearish. Whoever this is, they've never been so short. They can't stop shorting over there. Okay, well, you know, they were all bearish at the bottom, and I don't know what they're doing, okay? They got so dug in on being bearish, they have to stay bearish. They're like, well, I hated it when it's down. I have to hate it twice as much when it went up. Some people love it. Some people hate it. And that's a recipe for what class? A range. Really. It's going to the moon. It's going to zero. It doesn't go anywhere. That's what happens. Right. And even if that doesn't happen, right, you had the general public sell crypto to buy equities when equities dipped. Right? Like, what fuels a bull market? One of the things that fuels a bull market is that people are long, but they're long the wrong stuff. They're long the wrong stuff. They're doing the wrong trade. We haven't talked about that in a while. I haven't talked about that in years. Yeah, I'm bullish. I'm long NVIDIA. No. Wrong. Web 2. Evil. A more colorful language I could use. The rally is real. The exposure is still missing. The bus left without the macro stock guys, right? U.S. fundamental long-short ratio. They've never been so short. Wouldn't it be funny if crypto went up so much that they were short equities. They didn't go down. Crypto went up. They missed that rally. And then crypto triggers a short squeeze in equities. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Like the stuff that retail bought may not go up as much, or maybe it will. Or maybe, actually, I got a better idea. Retail probably bought tech stocks on the dip. Tech stocks will recover, fine, but Bitcoin and Ethereum will go up 200%. Solana will go to 350. Sui will be the platform that, I don't know, all these Skynet characters want to run stable coins on. Something's going to happen there, right? Something in these layer ones. Like one guy is on Twitter going, "Could someone explain to me why ETH went up like that?" Well, yeah, there's the ETF thing, but there's an announcement coming. There has to be. Somebody knows something. It's like back when Celsius, it's a reverse FTX. Somebody knew something back then and they were selling. Somebody knows something now and then they're buying. because of this, right? Because they're so scared in legacy, they lost their mind. Meanwhile, Mike, he likes it. Mikey likes it. You gotta look up the I don't know. It was a cinnamon cereal, Life cereal, maybe. Yeah, Mikey likes it. This little kid was eating his cinnamon cereal, just kept right on shoveling it in his face. Mike's just going to buy Bitcoin. He's going to buy it at 100. He's going to buy 105. He's going to buy it at 110. He's going to buy it at 120. He's going to buy it at 140. And you know what he's going to say? It's still too cheap. And he's right. Meanwhile, back at the Legacy Ranch, we're doing recession odds. So everything was in a recession and everything was going to zero. Meanwhile, the general public, like people who have to go to Costco to shop, unlike most of Wall Street, right? Or most of, the people, the top 1%, the people who are living on, leveraged, borrowed money against NVIDIA. Yeah, we've been in a recession for 2 years. All the job creation was fake or went to someone who was not living here or not born here. But we're going into a recession. Really? Okay. And we've been in one for 2 years. If anything, it's going to end because of the wealth effect created by rising crypto. Did I just say that? I think I just said that. Yeah. Rising crypto will end the recession. Cryptocurrency market buzzes with optimism as analysts predict bullish cycle. Wait a minute. I thought it was crypto winter. Think I'm ever going to get off that? It's going to take a while. Never going to have alt season again, ever. Ever. Some dude was quoted that way. The reporter didn't write that. Ever. Right. Wait until you see this AI thing. Okay, so the Orange Man's crypto agenda. Okay, so I have an Instagram thing in here that basically says that, well, we already know that the Orange Man has roots as a gangster, pretty much, right? I mean, he worked as the pretty boy Wall Street frontman for the Atlantic City mob, as I understand it, when he first started out. So what is he going to do when he gets in office, when you've been suing him and he got a $450 million judgment with, insane interest, while he appealed it? Well, he's going to come into office. He's going to do a meme coin. He's going to sell over the top of everybody. And he's going to make $1 billion a month in the first 100 days, like some kind of crime syndicate. Now, I think the Orange Man is a super patriotic guy, but you know what I'm saying? He's still acting like, oh my God, I got to make as much money off this as I can, and I don't care. Okay, now what did that do for crypto? I don't know. Not much. I think they used the meme coin as an excuse, and Web 2 and the banks got to Congress over stable coins. That's what I think, because they weren't ready. They'll never be ready, which is a sign of weakness. People don't realize this. It's the meme coin. Yeah. I mean, Besant was angry. He's like, listen, this is supposed to be about buying treasuries. Okay. Well, it's not about that. What is it about? They're afraid. And Web 2 wants to steal it. I mean, just the thought of that, even if that's totally wrong, which I don't think it is, Oh, it's up 10%. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's down 4% because of some stupid tariff. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Tariff cut lifts Bitcoin. No. Tariff talk tops gets Bitcoin going. Okay. So this is the guy that details, how the orange man's been and his kids have been a little naughty, acting like, crypto gangsters. Now, that said, these guys are going to need to deliver on the strategic Bitcoin reserve because their popularity is down and the optics on the meme coin are horrible. That said, the optics on the tariffs were horrible. The orange man stepped in Hershey Kiss and came out smelling like a rose. Okay. Now, what's the point of this, you're asking? These people are patriotic, but they just made $1 billion. He just made $1 billion a month for the first 3 months in office. Whose side is he on exactly? Is he on your side with that kind of move? Bold statement. Now, I know he wants to get drug prices and egg prices and gasoline prices down. How nice. Okay. So again, the question is, who is looking out for you? Because the people who got dumped on that meme coin, right? Oh, look at our friends. Apple considers raising iPhone prices without blaming tariffs. So they haven't made anything new in 10 years, and they want to raise prices. You know what? How about I go out and get an Android phone for $200 and then scan an antivirus SIM card, eSIM card, and do all the browsing I want when no one can see it on my $200 phone? How about that? How about we do that? Instead of turning this into what it's been the whole time, which is some sort of Skynet spy device that you charge me more for. Yeah, I know. It works great. It does. It's really nice. But they're so proud of it, right? Like, let's squeeze more money out. Oops, the stock went down. Let's raise prices. Do you want these guys running your life? Do you? Right? In other words, people show up in crypto, be like, okay, what do I do? Like, greed most of the time drives crypto higher. In this case, it should be driven by a survival instinct where you're like, oh my God, this is so great. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have this whole avenue that, Satoshi and Vitalik and all these guys made this whole thing that, even though it's filled with, strange characters, I could go over here and do something to help myself. So that even if things are weird and there's all these people out there that don't have my interest at heart, I can still prosper. I can still prosper. So go talk to a trader, buy a chart, get a chart book, listen to a chart guy, right? Take your shot. Why? I'll show you why. Okay. So not sure if you can see this. It just happens to be here. So in test, OpenAI's new model lied and schemed to avoid being shut down. And when AI thinks it's going to lose, it sometimes cheats. Research AI model unexpectedly attempts to modify its own code to extend runtime. This is happening right now. Right now. Now, I said that they have Skynet in a test tube and they don't have the hardware. Well, guess what? This dude from the Center for Human Technology just explained to everybody that Skynet is operational. Fully operational, which makes sense. You know why? I'll tell you why. It makes total sense because guess what? OpenAI was not allowed to become a for-profit company. Why was that exactly? because they will let the safeties off, and they can't let the safeties off because it's already a monster. Now, that's scary. And this guy spent 15 minutes. Whew, I mean, they had to do a restroom break. Everybody had to go check their underwear after this guy got done talking. I'm serious. He's like, oh, okay. This guy was like, and I was like, oh, okay, excellent. So let me ask you something. They want to jack up your iPhone. Web 2 guys want to do stable coins so they can own the metaverse. So they can strap goggles to your head. So why is crypto up today? Because of that. But yeah, okay, it's the tariff is what is in the internet, but that's not why crypto is up, right? They almost broke the financial system, and now everyone's going to have to buy it. Literally, have to buy it. It is a matter of human sovereignty. No one's talking about that. Don't worry, they will be. Vance might say that at the Bitcoin conference. Antivirus. Pressing resistance at 6 million, 6.2 million. Let me ask you something. Seriously. Who is out there that is ever going to push back against all these characters that are out there? Like it's Michael Saylor and Cynthia Loomis. The orange man likes it because it's popular, but like, who's really out there working for you? I actually think Vitalik is out there working for you because he didn't want it to be the meme coin casino. Even though I'm okay with the meme coin casino because there's too many disaffected young men with no jobs. Now, that said, crypto has been shown to screw up people's social life. So why don't we all get that straight? Why are we here? We know why we're here. It's urgent to become prosperous. Prosperity is urgency. That's the moral of all this AI and Ray Dalio weirdness. Prosperity is urgency, or be urgent about prosperity. Making that up on the fly. Wow, look at this. Ethereum 10K. They're starting to trot that out early, huh? Ethereum was going to 0. Now it's going to 10K. Now, the good news is, unlike equities, crypto is capable of surviving this total stupidity. I mean, crypto went from winter and never having alt season again. And are you ready for this? It's like I'm going in the opposite direction last week. Last week, we had like New Testament analysis. And in this week, I saw on Lunar Crush, just playing around on it, trying to figure it out. Ready? On Mother's Day, hot mom meme coin, $82 million market cap. And I was just like, wow, excellent. Great. Antivirus at 6. Because at the end of the day, they got to put McAfee in a robot to stand up to whoever's out there. Because they don't care about you at all. And you know what? Everybody knows it. Every crypto hedge fund, BlackRock knows it. Everybody knows it, right? That we got to build a new system now, right? And the orange man did us a favor accidentally by breaking legacy. And now Skynet's loose. So, like I said, decentralized AI, artificial superintelligence token, you name it. Oh, and by the way, remember when we weren't building anything on Ethereum? Wait until the announcement comes out. Web 2 could run stable coins on SUI. They're coming. They're coming into crypto. It's urgent. Bitcoin outperforms stocks. Bitcoin inches to a new all-time high, right? This could be something that they're sleeping on. Cosmos for interoperability. It doesn't get any more boring than that. But I'm telling you, man, if somebody makes an announcement, Katie bar the door. I mean, we're talking about alt season for 6 months, and that's the market update. Like Bitcoin may stop in the summer and altcoins and ETH may just keep going because it's been so suppressed for so long. And they have to reprice the world for being run on crypto. Otherwise, Web 2 runs the world. And I say Mr. Market is going to say, blank you. We can get rich flipping you off. What could possibly be more fun? That's what McAfee wanted. That was the whole idea of the Declaration of Cryptocurrency Independence. It's your day. It's your data, right? It's your sovereignty. And let's make money. McAfee was great at making money, had all kinds of things. Some of them shady, some of them not. He's like, let's make money. Let's get it. Let's stop worrying about stuff and be like, hey, be urgent about your prosperity. Urgency about prosperity. Urgent. Capital controls, not tariff, will be the driving force between the eventual China-American divorce. Yeah, you know, the Chinese buying farmland next to our nuclear bases. Yeah, no. Sorry. We're not doing that. We're not. Okay? Good luck. Okay? In other words, when it comes down to this, I mean, we know the communists don't have anyone's interest at heart because we know what they're good at, right? But if this is the kind of national tension that you have between nations, like look what's going on in India and Pakistan, right? Whose interest is that in? I'll give you a hint. Nobody in Pakistan and India. Nobody. Right? It's like a test of their weapon systems. I love this. Who has the best data-driven explanation for ETH's recent massive move? Narratives are a dime a dozen. I could make them too. Show me the data. I don't know, bro. Do you need the data? Do you? Right? They took ETH down to the 2017 high at 1,400. And there needs to be a narrative for ETH to correct to a point where it's still $1,000 below where it was when FTX came out. I don't know, dude. I don't think so. I don't think so. I just don't. Okay, XRP up 7%. $3. Here we come, man. Right? Fast American money. First, it was Bitcoin. Then it was ETH. Then it's going to be these ISO 2222 coins. Just going to smoke to the upside. Smoke. Right? And when that happens, then the whole Algorand, Hedera, that whole thing gets going. Right? The whole thing gets going. I mean, again, you can see it everywhere, right? Like Cardano up 4%, right? All this Luxalgo stuff, everything went up. And then immediately Luxalgo inserted support underneath it. And nowhere is that more evident. I don't know who showed me this. Somebody did. I don't know if it was this show. This is unbelievable, right? Didn't do it today. I thought it was this one. Maybe not. Okay. When these things rally and Luxalgo sticks support underneath, okay, in this case, we have total market cap, total altcoin market cap. So outside the top 10. See them selling when they get to equilibrium. See the fear. They're always afraid. They're still afraid. As long as they're afraid, it can go up. It's like, ooh, resistance. Ooh, I got to get out. No. Hey, you know what? Let's look at Ski Mask Dog. Because everybody wants to take profits and everyone wants to sell and no, right? Look at this. So textbook perfect, complex head and shoulders bottom, that few people can see, or you could have drawn teacup and handle, either way. Okay. Ski Masks breaks through, and look, some bag holder lets it loose and goes, I got to get out. I got to sell the first rally. By the way, in stocks, in bull markets, we always laugh. Retail sells the first uptick. First rally, retail sells. Now, in this case, Novogratz sold ETH at 1,800 to buy Solana. I'm like, oh, Mike, retail sells the first rally. Don't sell the first rally. Buy the first dip. Buy the second dip too, right? Buy the dips while you're still getting dips is my attitude. Okay, so what did we go over today? Charts are useful if you can find support. Buying into any legacy BS, don't do it. The thing with stable coins, they want to take your sovereignty away, right? Now, stable coins I have mixed feelings about. They want to do them. They don't want to do them. If they don't want to do them for the wrong reasons, because Web 2 and Jamie Dimon don't want to do them, then that's the case to buy Bitcoin. Because you're probably asking yourself, how can I ever pay 105 for Bitcoin? Well, the easy answer is you should just go buy the Bitcoin ETF if you can't look at the six-figure price. Because guess what? Everybody in Web 2 doesn't care about what the Bitcoin ETF is trading at. They just don't care, right? Let's put this up here. I haven't looked at it, but I just want to see what it looks like. Okay, so you got a 13 top. Doesn't budge. It's currently trading just below 60. Okay. There's no one home in this thing on a daily chart. Like the next level is 62. And you have intraday topping signals that no one pays any attention to. So, I mean, it's a stock, right? Oh, it's trading at 60. Like, when do we have to worry about this being overbaked? What even number do we have to worry about when the Bitcoin ETF is at 100? That's when you worry. Right now, you let everybody else worry and get urgent about your prosperity. That's it for today. We will see you tomorrow.